Welcome to episode 21 of Barrels and Banter, sponsored by Dog and Field. In this episode, we have a banging tale from me about the Countryman's Ball, a firing line debate. Is breaking into someone's car to release a dog really okay? Our field notes and anecdotes. It's your turn to shoot. What gives you the ick? We have confessions and questions. Should dogs wear ear defenders? And nothing else. Why did I say and? I don't know.
Was that the end?
That was the end.
Oh, we didn't forget to put something in?
No, that was just it. So sorry, there is no more ands. Hi, Sarah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I reckon that was fine.
And just joking.
You were just saying before we started this podcast that we need like a fan name. Guys, what fan name are you going to write in?
Have
Sarah
we got that many
said,
fans though?
What are
So like, and I'm not one of these, I just heard it, okay? Like people that like Taylor Swift are called Swifties.
Oh, yeah.
And isn't Justin Bieber Beliebers?
Oh, right. So now we need one.
So what are our fans called? Write us some names in if you're a fan. I mean, we might only have one fan.
Dear fan,
fan.
please write in how you would like to be
referred to.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like we should have a name.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if we have more than one fan, then thank you very much. What's on the agenda?
Well, I'll tell you my little story. A few years ago now, it all starts with a few years ago, doesn't it? Or someone else.
Back in my day.
But this actually wasn't about me. I was just witness, okay? There was this amazing event called the Countryman's Ball. 100% some people that are listening to this will have been to this.
In England?
In England.
Yeah.
Most of those people will be old because the Countryman's Ball was probably a good 20 years ago. You would have probably been about 5 at the time. However, it was absolutely amazing. It was held in East Sussex way, and it was an absolute celebration of the countryside. It was linked to a hunt from memory, and when you turned up for like pre-dinner drinks, the hunt were in the garden of this like big manor house. You could stay over and they did like a 3-course meal and everything. And while you were having dinner, terriers came round to your table so you could bet on which terrier you thought was going to win the terrier racing that happened after dinner in the gardens in the dark. Like it was
in the dark.
It was ridiculously cool. Okay, really cool. And after all of that happened, there was laser clay shooting and they had a bucking bronco.
Nice.
Really cool. Well, we were all gathered around the bucking bronco watching people doing it. And I was not going to be doing it because I was wearing quite a nice dress and I could just see it getting ripped. There were quite a few people that were quite well oiled by this point doing this bucking bronco. And there was a lady who sticks in my memory who absolutely went to town on the bucking bronco. I mean, she did a great job. When she got thrown off, I think she was so well inebriated, she'd sort of forgotten her, what's the word? Her inhibitions.
Right.
Because she had gone commando that day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Didn't want a VPL.
Yeah. But she was now laid on the sort of padded, bouncy castle type element of the bucking bronco. Absolute legs akimbo, flaps out, whole works.
Oh,
and she
no.
probably laid there laughing, showing absolutely everybody.
Wow.
And there was quite a big crowd.
I bet people took pictures as well.
For probably a good 20 seconds. No, this was before Sarah.
Oh,
20
sorry.
years
You
ago.
didn't have mobile phones then, did you?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
No, we're talking about, what was it, the 6610 Nokia with Snake on it?
Or did you have the disposable camera?
It was you had to actually take a camera with you, and most
Yeah.
people didn't bother because not everybody's life was on social media because no one gave a toss about the internet back then.
Well, I bet she was pleased.
People were watching a hamster. Wasn't there a hamster thing where the hamster jumped up and down on the internet? That was a thing back then. Before your time.
You've lost me.
That was literally basically what the internet was for.
I wonder if she remembered the next day.
I'm not entirely sure.
One of her friends
She
must
was
have told her.
She was completely aware of the entire thing until quite a few people sort of jumped up and sort of helped her up to standing.
Yeah.
She was still laughing so much she could barely stand up. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So note for self, if we're going to go out and get drunk and wear a dress, make sure you wear pants, keep flaps in.
Yeah. Or don't do the bocking
bronco.
Don't do the bocking bronco. Don't do the bocking and bronco.
Oh.
Naked. Yeah.
Noted.
This episode is proudly supported by Dog and Field. If you're serious about gun dog training, check out the Dog and Field Handler hoodie. Built for the field with waterproof lined pockets, a rear dummy pocket and all-day comfort. find yours at Dog and Field. We love ours, don't we?
Amazing.
I have one of those, and it's so comfortable.
Yeah, it is incredible. I do love it.
Really comfy.
Definitely worth a buy. Our firing line debate is it really okay to break into someone's car if their dog is in there to get the dog out in hot weather?
So this is something that's come about recently based on a Facebook post that's been doing the rounds. And I don't know what the legitimacy of it is, but it basically says it is now legal. Is it or isn't it? Who knows? To break into somebody's car if their dog is left there. You just need to smash a window, make sure that you've basically taken a photograph of the dog in the car before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Okay, so one, no, I don't agree with dogs being left in hot cars at all. But you do have to be a little bit careful. How long has that dog been in the car? There's so many things that can contribute to this. So is it a dog in the car and all the windows are up and it's like 34 degrees? Okay.
Parked in the sun?
Yeah, it wouldn't take long for that car to get hot. So how long is too long?
Yeah.
Someone might have literally parked on the side of the road and ran in that shop, grabbed a drink and ran straight back out again. It could literally have been a minute.
Yeah, 100%.
It is a tricky one. I think you need to not jump to conclusions. Maybe wait there for a minute and just suss out the situation and see, like, keep an eye on the time.
I feel exactly the same as you, because I think when we had that real heat wave, that we've had numerous heat waves this summer, and there was a picture of a couple with a dog underneath a picnic bench, sat at some sort of services type place.
Great. And
then everyone was going, you shouldn't have that dog out there. And I thought, well, what's the other option? The other option is leave the dog in the car. So they're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't. They can't take the dog out the car and sit with it because they shouldn't be walking it in this weather.
Yeah.
But they can't leave the dog in the car because it's too hot. These people might be travelling from one end of the country to the other, going on holiday, visiting a sick relative, moving house. There could be all manner of reasons.
The circumstances.
At what point are you supposed to do something with this dog? You can't just evaporate it because it's not convenient to you. And I've done it. I have been driving from one place to another and just really needed to go and grab maybe a drink or a lunch very quickly from Tesco, find a patch of shade, reverse up into it, and I'm probably 3 minutes in the shop and back out again. If I came back and someone smashed my window, I would be fuming.
Savage, yeah.
Because we're talking literally a couple of minutes. I'm not going to park it in direct sun, and it's not going to be 35 degrees.
Yeah.
But it could be mid-20s, and I could just need to run in and grab something. But where are the dogs supposed to go in that situation?
Also, like, I've seen a lot about why not just leave your dog at home? And I do agree. And there are a lot of people out there that I've seen them walking him in the middle of the day. And I just think, for God's sake, a dog is not going to die from not being walked. But people taking them places, what you have to also question is there are a lot of dogs out there that have actually like anxiety issues about...
Yeah.
It could be a rescue dog that cannot physically be left at home on its own. Because if you do, the dog gets that stressed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known dogs, that's a funny story. We'll go back to that.
Save that one.
Yeah.
Hold that in your brain.
A dog died that I looked after.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound that funny. We'll come back to that one. Another day, guys, another day.
But yeah, like, they can get that stressed. It can make them seriously ill. So maybe the owners are torn.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take it with me and do my best to keep it cool. Because if I leave it at home on its own, the dog could potentially...
So... 2 or 3 years ago in our local Tesco's, I had parked the car up with the dogs in the back and the children on the back seat. So the dogs were in the boot part of the truck, the kids were on the back seat. The kids' windows were up, the dogs' windows were ajar. Always take care of your dogs. Don't worry about the kids.
Yes.
No, the kids didn't actually want the windows open, so that's why. I went into Tesco, and when I came back, there was a lady stood at the back of my car. Well, there was 2 actually, and they were Tesco employees. And the woman said, "Is this your car?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, I've had a complaint from a member of the public that you've left your dogs in the car." And I said,
"Not that you've left the kids in there."
Yeah. What?
Don't worry about the kids.
Right. What is their complaint? Because I said, "I've been gone 10 minutes. What complaint do they have? Your dogs could have died because a car can overheat very quickly." I said, it's April and it's 15 degrees and I've been gone for 10 minutes. My children are sat in front. Yes, of course, it is sunny. Yes, the car can heat up over a period of time. 10 minutes,
but if the
15
kids are sat in there
degrees,
with the windows up,
and I said to the children, could you, if you feel like it's getting really hot, just open the boot of the car and hang by it?
Yeah.
And the woman was like, well, if I see you doing this again, then we might have to have a chat. I said, if you see me doing it again, you give the police a ring. I'm absolutely fine with that.
You want to waste their
crack on.
time.
But I would have been livid if somebody made the decision to then smash the window of my car. At what point does common sense prevail? If you've got things like this doing the rounds on the internet of people saying, oh, well, it's legitimate, you can just smash someone's car.
Some Karen might have just written that herself. Made that post.
But even if that was true and it is legal, at what point does common sense kick in? Because that woman in Tesco's now might well have smashed the window of my car.
Yeah, there needs to be like I don't know how you work it, but you must have like some terms and conditions as such, like ensure that you stood by the car for at least 5 to 10 minutes to ensure no one was coming back. And is the temperature over a certain degree? It's not just like you say, it's April, it's 15 degrees. Oh, I'm just going to smash the window.
Yeah.
Because you are just putting the law into some pretty stupid people's hands.
Because like you say, some Karens had a complaint to Tesco's, but it was kind of like, well, what? Nothing's going to happen to these dogs in this car. And the kids are sat in the front as well.
There's also some pretty dumb people out there that might not realise, like in the back of my truck, I've got a fan.
Yes.
And to me, it's quite obvious and you can hear it. But to Karen down the road that's just gone to collect bread from the shop, I was going to say something else then, but I filtered myself. I'm getting good at filtering.
Well done.
I knew you were going to say you can't back that there. I'm going to have to cut you out.
We've got a lot of sponsors coming up and things, and we need to just not get cancelled, okay, Sarah?
Cut that bit
we've got
out.
some great brands we're working with, so please hold it in.
Where was I going with that? Now I've thrown myself. Karen getting her bread. She might be too thick to realise that noise is the fan going round, you know?
Yeah.
And if I'm happy to leave mine in there with the fan going for, like you say, in a hot weather, 5-10 minutes, because they've got a fan blowing on them.
Yeah.
So
on the flip side, I have seen reports of dogs that have been left in cars. There was one not that long ago of a dog this summer that was left in a car and it was like 32 degrees and the dog had been like very stressed, panting, pacing around the car. The windows were closed and like 20-30 minutes in, the dog was obviously not looking well. At that point, yes, I get it. If you can very much obviously see it's not well, you've waited by the car for a long period of time. The other option is that the dog's going to be dead.
Yeah.
But how do you qualify it? And is Facebook the place to be just doing the rounds of basically telling everyone that you can now smash a window?
I know, it's a bit...
Probably need to put a bit more info with that.
Do you remember that dog that I was really concerned about at the game fair?
Oh, yes!
In the really hot weather, looking really unwell.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Turned out it was a teddy bear.
We walked up to a stand selling dog boxes for the back of a car, and Sarah kind of, her head turned sideways, like in a real kind of, oh my God.
This dog's tongue was hanging out its head and everything, panting.
Yeah, I clocked it and I was like, oh. And it was a collie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I thought, God, it's not moving. It was leaning on the side of the dog box like it couldn't stand up properly. And then Sarah went, oh God, it's a stuffed toy. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I actually thought there was something wrong with it too.
I was thinking of all the companies to bring a dog out in this hot weather. One that does dog boxes, they should know better.
And they did know better.
They did. It was a fake dog.
And he did say that somebody had put one of those really similar in a car, didn't he?
And someone reported
And somebody reported them to the police, yes.
And there was a stuffed toy. I might do that for a laugh. Actually, no, because I might get my window smashed.
Don't get your window smashed in. That wouldn't be good.
No, I could do it the minute while I've got a hire car.
Guys, use common sense. Yeah. Make sure you're not a Karen.
Am I introducing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? Am I introducing? Sorry, what am I introducing?
What am I
Sarah,
saying
no,
again?
hang on, this is staying in. I literally have planned this podcast. I sat down with Sarah and Sarah's words were, I'm sorry, you want to do spreadsheets before 10 a.m? So
that's what's done it. You've blown my brain.
Really quickly did the spreadsheets. And then I presented her with all of the information. And now she's just looked at me blankly and gone, sorry, what, who? Where am I? You're right, love.
No.
You okay?
I'm not with it today.
You're right. Tired. I'm Celine. Okay? We're just doing a quick podcast. Yeah?
Yeah.
Some other people think this is amusing to listen to, but generally they do want content.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They want me to say shit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Right, what am I actually saying? I've just blanked out. I've just, my brain.
It's our Field Notes and Anecdotes, Sarah.
Sorry, I think I might have temporarily had a small stroke there.
Field Notes and Anecdotes, Sarah. What have we been up to? Dying in the heat?
Dying in the heat. No, yes and no.
Well, you like heat.
I do like heat, yes. You don't like heat.
Not so much.
Yeah, it has been warm, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm kind of a bit worried that we're going to get heat wave in September.
I've had that before.
I start on the ducks. We've had it in October though as well.
Yeah.
How many times in October has it been absolutely boiling?
I remember doing September actually a few years ago, and I just thought, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? Because it doesn't feel appropriate to go on a shoot day in shorts and a little strap top. But I was like, it's the shorts and strap top weather.
The problem is, I find shorts, I'm so paranoid about ticks. You obviously can't really wear shorts. It's just not that, it's uncouth.
Yeah.
However, I would really worry about ticks.
Yeah, you know me, I'm YOLO on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would worry about ticks. So I like leggings all day long, but the top half, you can't just be walking around in a t-shirt. It's just not a look.
I remember back in the day.
Back along. Somerset.
When there was like no women's clothing and I just had like a men's check shirt on in that heat, like sleeves rolled up as much as I could, thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to... It makes it such hard work. It really does.
And it's got better now that people do wear leggings, but a few years ago, it was... You wore tweeds.
You'd have your proper, and all your proper, like your shooting trousers, you know, like the green,
the quite thick ones,
Sealand Sherwood, something like that. That was all that you would have. Yeah. Or green jeans.
Yeah.
Moleskins.
Way hot. Oh my God, moleskins in September. Jeez, I had moleskins. That was grim.
Yeah.
They are so hot.
But you actually, like now, leggings. I think the ridgeline...
Yeah, thank God for the actual... It's not really... I suppose it is a fashion trend, but the trend towards leggings has helped us out no end, has it not?
Massively.
Like, I feel like... Oh, sweet Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on a minute.
It's the summer holidays.
It's the summer holidays, and there are actually children in this house.
I think Celine's about to go and scream.
Because I can hear them.
Stay tuned. Would you like to listen to
Bear
Celine?
with me. Guys! Shh. If anyone wants any children...
that was very polite. Guys, shh.
Well, I'm recording a podcast, Sarah. Other people are going to hear this.
Oh, right.
I don't want to be like, guys, will you just shut up for a minute? Do I?
It's coming back again.
Oh my God.
Here comes the baby
Literally
elephant.
Didn't even listen. Baby elephant! Please be quiet.
Oh.
Deep breath.
As you go.
And wait for the front door. Bang!
Here we go. There we go. There we go.
Hey! I bet you all heard that, even with the noise cancelling. Have they left?
Yes, they have left.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary, mother of Joseph.
Right, anyway.
One child down, the other child just to make noise. I even asked for the guinea pigs to go outside today because I was like, they bounce around upstairs and I can hear them going dudunk, 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 dudunk.
You really have kicked everybody out.
I've kicked everybody out. I just need some space. Need some space, guys. Apologies, people. Back on track. Talk to me about your clothing choice in hot weather, Sarah.
So, start the season, I would go for shuttle socks or ridgeline leggings because they're quite thin.
Yeah, they're durable, but they're a lot thinner, aren't they? They're not kind of like really, really thick, like we're talking like moleskin type of affair.
Yes, and then I'd say coming into winter, the Pasture Tech ones, they're a lot thicker.
Oh, the Bushbuck ones.
The Bushbuck ones, they're actually
much
quite
thicker.
warm.
Yeah, they are warmer.
I have
top half. Two different options. So I wear the Ginger Jardine Silky in the early thing.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
No, I've not.
Okay, so you know I've got the whole collection. Basically,
it's a roll neck.
Yeah, and the Silky is really, really, really thin material. Really thin. And the Cozy are the ones that you've got, which are the slightly thicker material.
I didn't know there's two different versions.
Oh, yeah, they do. They don't have as many of the Silky. There's only like a couple of designs.
There was me thinking you were a psychopath out early season in your roll neck. Turns out you're not such a psychopath.
Because what do you wear then?
A country style t-shirt. I'd just go completely rogue because I'd be too hot.
Please don't turn up like that to ours. I may have to redress you.
Or sack me, please.
No,
please.
That's not, no.
I'm gonna
opposite. I'll give you more days.
I'm going to turn up in my bikini.
I think, this hot weather has completely blown my mind, to be fair.
And then the other thing that's annoying, you got no pockets really because you haven't got your coat on or your gilet on.
Oh, well, that's
so you've got like a leggings pocket, haven't you? And you've got like bits to carry. But I guess the vest, like dog and field training vest,
yes, I
is
wear
a great one because it's lightweight, it's not too hot, and you can actually just chuck all your junk in that, can't you?
I've got some of those training skirts as well.
Yeah,
wrap them around your middle. I'm going to be trying one of those this year because I feel like that might just be a way of carrying a load of things. It's much more fashionable than walking in a bum bag.
You sure?
Yeah.
You do strike me as a bum bag type of girl.
No, I did the bum bag thing for quite a few years, but I feel
bum bag
like
or fanny pack.
Bum bag.
Oh, okay.
I'm not American, Sarah.
Okay.
Let's not bastardise the English language. Then I feel like I do feel like a Karen dog walker if I've got a bum bag on. Training skirt, slightly more fashionable. Yeah. Although my husband says, you look like you should be down the market selling strawberries.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, I'd never thought of that.
Don't I? Yeah.
Please check out our Instagram because I may or may not have AI'd a picture of Celine working on a market stall just to go with this pod. Please check out Instagram. The gate creeps open before dawn. The dogs are ready. The fields are quiet. This is where Bushbuck comes into its own. Bushbuck clothing delivers the comfort, durability and protection you need when the weather turns and the days get long. From early morning walks across the wet ground to full days in the field, Bushbuck keeps you warm, comfortable and ready for whatever lies ahead. Practical, hard-wearing, built for the countryside. Designed for shooting, farming and country life, Bushbuck clothing worn by those who live the rural way of life. Available now from Pasture Tech.
They do so many different options as well.
They've
got bib, braces, jackets, waterproof trousers. They've got everything.
They've got the works. They've got it all. Your turn to shoot. What gives you the ick? I can't wait for
If you're asking me directly, many
I've got
things.
so many to add into this.
And I would just like to say, I put this online. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I have like hundreds of replies.
Unbelievable numbers of replies. And every single one I read and go, well, that's a new one unlocked in me.
Oh, no, it's giving you more icks.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't
Someone
read them
said,
out.
what gives me the ick is the word, what gives you the ick? Or the phrase, what gives you the ick? And I was like, no, you're not my person.
No.
Okay,
let's have some.
Well,
we can do...
I'm just going to start with one of mine.
Oh, okay, go on.
I'm just going to go straight in there.
Here she is.
Let it loose. People using pseudo-posh words. Absolutely, like the Chelsea English.
Do you mean like yourself?
No, I do not use pseudo-posh.
What pseudo? You just said pseudo-posh. I don't even know what pseudo-posh is.
Pseudo-posh is when you talk like this, darling, because nobody talks like that. Oh. The only people that talk like that are people that think that it sounds like they're posh.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't sound like you're posh. It just sounds like you're a complete moron trying to be posh.
Stuck up your ass.
Yes.
Okay.
And along with that, I'm just going to have to give an example now. I'm really sorry. Just people...
what gives you the ick has just turned into rant.
Yeah, basically that's what this is going to be. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to keep myself under control and just do one. I went to a dinner party quite a few years ago, and there was a lady there who might well listen to this, but we won't worry about that. who gives me the ick,
right?
Because she talks like that. Although she's not American, because that sounds a bit American. And she uses stupid words for things that do not require stupid words. Okay. Sit down. We're all having dinner. Lovely. She says, oh, I was going to say the lady's name then. Cynthia. Different name. Your plates are just absolutely exquisite, darling. I mean, why do they say darling? Absolutely exquisite. I mean, the artisanal shapes in it is just fantastic. Right? Literally wanted to punch her in the face. Who describes somebody's dinner plate as exquisite and artisan? Nobody. She did. Just not necessary.
Because she looks up big words to use.
I reckon she's just an arse licker, okay? So anyway, just put out there how much this gives me the ick. Just keep going with this, okay? Yeah. The host came over. We'll call her Cynthia. Mm-hmm. And Cynthia says, oh, hi, have you met my friend Barbara? And I said, yes, we know each other. And she said, oh, she's lovely. And I was like, well, she is quite lovely, but I can't really get past the pseudo-posh exquisite plates bit. To which she went, Celine, I don't think that's very fair. Anyway, Cynthia's husband comes past. We'll call him Kevin. And Kevin says, everything all right? And I went, to be honest, I'm just talking about the fact that I can't get past exquisite plates bullshit. And he went, oh, God, no, it's really irritating, isn't it? And I went, yeah. Anyway, we haven't been invited back to dinner, but Kevin absolutely agrees with me and is completely on board and thinks this pseudo-posh thing is really annoying. Yeah. But nobody wants to put their head above the parapet because everybody wants to lick arse on these things. Yeah. However, Cynthia quite obviously likes people that suck up to her and talks about her exquisite artisan plates.
Yes. Yeah, no, it is annoying, isn't it? Just like it is clearly a put on. Yeah. Nobody grew up talking like that.
No. Unless you live in Chelsea, in which case it's just Chelsea vibes. But I'm still not for that either, really. Moving on. I feel like I've just got that off my chest.
This could be a long podcast because each one of these icks could come with a side rant. So,
Sarah, give me one of your icks.
Okay, so shoot date icks. Actually, not shoot day. Shooting ick. So, for instance, I don't know, you're out in a field walking the dog. You're somewhere, and a pigeon flies across. Why do people feel the need to put their arms up and follow the bird with their imaginary shotgun and go, oh yeah, what a shot then. Oh, what a sick shot that was. No, Jeffrey, you haven't got a gun in your hand. You probably would have missed that. But they proper get down on this imaginary shotgun as well.
My husband and I do that sometimes.
No, you don't.
If we're down by the seaside or something and the seagull's over, well, no, we don't do double arms though. We just do one arm. Like sort of hit the salute. We just go, I'd have had that.
Yeah, but why? What do you gain from that? Also, you would not have had that because you're a shit shot.
That's the only time I'm doing well. That's the time I'm shooting brilliantly.
Do you know how I view it?
And we sometimes do it with a walking stick.
That's even more gay.
You know when you get
I ever catch you do that.
And then you go.
For me, I view that like, I don't know.
I view exquisite plates.
A Ferrari drives past. Oh, I know. Look at that Ferrari. Yeah, I'll do that. Me. And I just start pretending to drive a Ferrari. Like you're pretending to shoot. Or I'll pretending to golf. Like I'm practicing my swing. No, don't get me started. If I ever catch you doing that, we're going to fall out. Move on. Right, here's some from people that have written in. We'll try not to go off on a tangent with these ones. I feel like you might with the first one.
Okay.
Dog sweeping totally out of control.
I can't go off on a tangent. I can't ever find my dog.
Actually, that's true.
Raven is in control. It's just a different level of control.
Yes, Raven is an ick.
Raven is within the shoot bounds.
We should call her Ick Dog. Ick Dog, please come back.
She has a few icks.
Lack of communication between shoot staff. You've spent 20 minutes with your dogs looking for a bird you marked down, only for someone to eventually say they picked it as soon as the drive finished, rather than going back for the pricked birds and sweeping forwards.
So many times.
That is a bit icky.
Yeah.
Anyone supposed to be working in the line / picking up who take pictures / videos once the drive has started?
No, we absolutely do not agree with that being an ick, do we, Sarah?
Well, so hang on. They don't like people taking pictures or videoing the drive?
All themselves whilst they're supposed to be picking up.
Don't.
To be fair though, I do put mine on a tripod. Or I'll be holding it, but I'm still watching. I'm not like photographing myself doing selfies.
No, that's definitely not an ick for us.
No,
I'm afraid.
No,
you're on your own there.
Yeah, you are on your own there. I have got a couple too. Picker-uppers who leave runners to pick up the easy retrieves.
Oh, just get out.
Don't get me started. Yeah, that's really annoying.
Shut the gate behind you once you've left. We don't want you back.
Other dogs in the beating line not under control and running into my dog's beat. Again, I can't really get on board with that, my friend. I don't beat with Raven, but if I did...
She'd be that dog.
Yeah, she would be that dog. I would apologise before we started.
Yes.
A major one is seeing young dogs out too soon. Train your dog for a lifetime, not for a season.
Oh,
you're my man or lady or person.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got another one.
Yeah.
Do you want me to demonstrate it as well for camera purposes?
Yes.
For the reel?
Demo.
Okay, right, buckle up, guys. If you want to see what I'm doing, you'll have to watch the reel on Instagram. I need to move your footstool for this one.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to demonstrate, okay, what these people do on a shoot day. So, when the guns are stood on peg, waiting for the drives to start, and they start stretching like this. Getting their stretches in. Might do a few leg ones.
What about when they follow imaginary birds?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
They're following and they're doing their little warm-ups as they're getting ready to... Why? You're not about to run the fucking marathon, are you? What are you stretching for? To be stood still to shoot your birds?
Maybe that's where we're going wrong. Maybe that's why we're not hitting things.
I tell you what. Honestly...
it's going to be a lot of creaking now.
Sorry, I'm getting back into position.
She's dragging her old bones
I felt like
back.
I had to do a demonstration for that one. Don't warm up on a drive. Don't be gay.
Last one. Oh, this I agree with.
Okay.
When a shotgun is called a shotty, I do a mini sick in my mouth.
I've never heard it be called a shotty.
That's what my husband said when I read him this the other day. However, I have,
never heard.
and there is a certain demographic of people that would call it that.
Never.
And they are not the demographic of people that would have exquisite plates.
A shotty is not... Do you know what a shotty is?
Shotty's a shotgun, mini shotgun.
No, but do you know what a shotty actually is?
No.
Like doing weed, a shotty in a shotty bottle. That's what it makes me think of.
Never heard of that before.
No, when you get like... Isn't it where you get like a bong? Is it called a bong?
I don't know. I'm not a favourite.
I'm really a favourite drug here. And yeah, a shotty and a shotty bottle is to do with weed. So that's what makes me think of that.
Oh, wow. There
A
you go.
shotty.
You learn something new every day.
Wow.
The question of this week, should dogs wear ear defenders? And somebody has written in and they have said, dog ear defenders are hopeless. They don't seal properly anyway. Most canine ear defenders don't create a true acoustic seal. I didn't even know they made canine ear defenders, but there you go. Dog ears are mobile, different shaped and often covered in fur, so you don't get a meaningful sound reduction, just muffling and distortion. Loud gunshots still can get through via bone conduction and air gaps. God, this person knows far more than we do, Sarah. I feel like they should be doing this podcast. Gundog damage isn't the main risk people think it is. Working gundogs have been around firearms for centuries. Their ears are more tolerant of brief impulse noise than continuous noise, usually angled away from the muzzle, and often further from the blast than the shooter's ear. Oh, yes, because you have to consider that the gun is literally underneath your ear, isn't it? Whereas the dog is down below you. It said, there's little evidence that normal, responsible shooting causes widespread hearing damage in dogs. Poor gun discipline is the real issue, not lack of PPE for dogs. They actually interfere with work safety. So a hunting dog needs to hear, as we know, whistle commands, verbal recall, other dogs. That's very true, actually, because that's a part of their communication, isn't it? Subtle environmental cues. It reduces awareness that can make the dog less responsive and actually less safe. It's a stress and a distraction as well, and it can reduce focus. So they wrap this up by saying it's often anthropomorphism. Do you know this word?
Sorry, say that again.
Anthropomorphism.
No.
It is often...
Anthropomorphism.
Morphism. So it's where you put a human opinion, feeling, or reflection upon an inanimate object or an animal. So basically, it would be describing a dog as like being in a mood. A dog can't be in a mood. It's a dog. It doesn't have moods like humans do.
I feel like there's shorter
That's a
words
human
for
feeling.
that.
It says some people project human noise sensitivity onto dogs, but dogs don't experience sound in the same way that we do, and human solutions don't automatically translate. It looks caring, but it's actually more about the owner's feelings than the dog's needs.
Yeah.
Discuss.
How the hell are they going to stay on their head?
Well, I actually think there's one of the biggest risks would be them getting caught up.
Yeah.
If you had something, and I haven't seen these, I didn't even know they made ones for dogs. So I just thought this was a hypothetical.
We'll also attach a picture once we found one.
Yeah, but if I'm presuming that it straps underneath and around, you would have thought strangulation would be quite a high risk.
Yeah. And can you see your dog keeping that on? You couldn't even keep a vest on your dog last season when you really needed to.
No, that was quite astounding that she managed to rip a vest in two.
Like, we don't put collars on dogs when they're working. We don't, like, they are naked as such.
Yeah, they are.
For safety reasons.
Yeah. Well, and how many times have you ever had a dog that's cut its paw and you try to put a boot on you strap that with so much tape to try and keep it on, and by the end of like drive one, you're trying to look for the boot that you put on them.
You put a bandage on my dog one year, didn't work, lasted till the next drive and it was off.
Yeah. I've also done that, just left them in the car.
Yeah.
If they've cut an ear, you put a bandage around their head, leave them in the car, and by the time you come back at the end of the next drive, the bandage is on the floor and the dog's looking at it like, nah, it's not for me.
I also don't really, well, I've had quite a few dogs. I don't feel like I've ever had a deaf dog, do you? I mean, as they get older, they're hearing, but I think that's natural anyway. And
I
like
wouldn't have said
people,
that much. And if you compare like a let's say a gun dog to, you know, your mate's border collie or somebody's cavalier,
different.
They all have become slightly more hard of hearing as they get older. I'm yet to have a dog actually that is deaf. I mean, so take Otter as an example. Now she's 11. She can still hear the whistle from miles away.
Yeah.
She can still hear me.
I think it's actually selective hearing as they get older. Drake's really conning me at the minute. I'll be like, Drake, nothing. I will walk into my utility and rustle a treat packet and he comes flying.
I was literally just going to say that cup touches that food bin and the dog's by the back door and it's come out of the kennel and all the way around.
Yeah, miraculously his deafness and arthritis aren't so bad as he comes flying across the patio skipping for his treat. So yeah, I can't. It was like we had to do a debate on the glasses situation, didn't we? Dog safety
doggles.
Doggles.
Someone said they're called doggles.
I can't see it happening. I can't see it
also can't see it being helpful, but I do get...
Should we do it for a laugh one day and turn up with glasses and ear defenders for our dogs?
My dogs would never keep them on.
Yeah, but just see what the guns say. Can you imagine the guns looking at us like, what in God's name is happening on this shoot?
I just about could... Well, I keep a vest on my dog. And my
I can't even keep a lead on mine. I often lose them.
My dogs will wear a towel drying thing for the end of the day.
That's because they're so tired. They've got no energy left to fight to get the towel off, probably.
It's not uncommon that I find the towel next to them in the back of the car and they've just gone, no, that's not for me either. But I think restricting a dog's head, one of their senses, it would make you a bit jittery.
Well... Point proven. What happened when you put an ear head bandage on Yaffle and restricted her head?
Oh.
How did that go?
She became really well behaved.
She was too scared to move.
She actually walked at heel, the best she's ever walked at heel in her life.
The dog was actually petrified to move or do anything, wasn't she?
Yeah, she couldn't have a wee with it on, which made life slightly complicated. It took quite a long time to actually get to the point that she would have a wee whilst wearing it.
Yeah.
Because I think when that went on and there was a reason. It goes up the neck and it comes right round to their eyes. It's a fantastic piece of kit. It's called a no flap ear wrap, okay? Mm-hmm. And I've had loads of dogs cut their ears and she managed to cut her ear, deciding it was a good idea to try and jump through 2 strands of barbed wire on a dog walk. And as anyone that's got any gun dog or pet dog will know, they bleed and bleed and then they shake their head and they bleed and then they heal and they get itchy, so they shake their head and they bleed again. And so put this no flap ear wrap on and she just froze. She was like, I can't walk, I can't do anything in this. But you can't explain to them. There is no form of explanation. This is for your benefit. So actually they just go into panic mode.
Therefore felt like she was being punished.
She did.
She hates me.
She did. I'll just stay really close to you because I really hope that you'll take this off of me and I'm so sorry.
So going by that, I'm going to go with, she probably wouldn't like ear defenders either. No. And she would probably sit there on a shoot day going, oh, but I can't.
But the number of people that message me saying, your dog's going to go deaf, you're cruel, you should whatever. I probably would say for those people that do big driven days where their dog is sat on peg, I'd be interested to see if those people, their dogs have hearing problems later in life. But how many people, let's be honest, that shoot 300, 400, 500 bird days every other day of the week have a dog? Most of them don't because they're really into shooting. They're not into gun dogs. The people that have a dog on peg generally are the people that are shooting smaller days or shooting less regularly because they pick up and they do a bit with their dog. And actually, those dogs don't sit on peg that regularly. They're not doing it every day of the week.
Like on a picking up day, we don't wear ear defenders.
They're nowhere near them.
So why would we put ear defenders on the dog?
Yeah. And if we are shooting, we're not shooting that much and that regularly.
It's another stupid gimmick thing, isn't it?
Well, let us know your thoughts. Should we put ear defenders on our dogs?
Feel free to send us a pair for a laugh.
I might get a pair of doggles and just put it on you and see how we go.
Just see.
One more question for today. Best stalk you've had together and why? Not just because you had lots of Haribo. All right.
Possibly when you shot your medal buck?
Yes, I feel like that would have been mine as well because it was just, we'd given up hope and we weren't really thinking
much. We weren't looking for a medal. We were just out doing our normal stalk and we're actually heading back, weren't we? Kind of giving up all hope and then still to this day, I don't know where that one appeared from.
I would also say my other one, I think there's 2 for me and we didn't actually shoot anything on this day, but it was the time where we refer to now as peekaboo buck. Where we were out and it was the rut and we were calling and there was a deer in front of us 2 fields away and he was expressing a degree of interest and he was working his way along, but he did have a couple of hedges to cross and we're watching and it was just at that point where it was like, I don't think we're going to get a shot now. It's getting dark. Let's just see like if he'll come up.
Yeah.
So we'd put the rifle down, hadn't we? We were just stood there, just watching. And we both had our spotters, and probably a good 10 minutes had gone by, and we kind of were just at the point where we were like, oh, he's obviously just wandered off and seen a doe probably, and tracked that head down, because we'd seen does further down the field. And then Sarah just turns around and goes, oh my God, there's one stood behind us. And it was
actually starting running towards us.
But it stopped, didn't it? And it just stood there and it looked at us. And it was maybe 5 meters away. And it was at that point where we thought if we'd have called again, it probably would have just run straight at us.
100%.
And we were just stood there like, oh my God, I don't really know what to do. And he was stood there assessing us. And we stood there thinking, just don't move at all. And then he kind of stood there for 10, 15 seconds and suddenly went, no, I'm tapping out, and went. But he was
really
so close, and it really caught us off guard. Yeah. And we know that, you know, bucks can come in from any direction, but we'd kept looking behind us and to the side.
Yeah.
But we just got focused on this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how quickly he had achieved getting there.
It's no different to foxing. Sometimes you'll be out calling a fox and you're watching one, and you scan, or you're not even watching one. You're just calling and scanning, and then I'm going, oh my God, there's one right in front of me.
Yeah,
because you've just, you've scanned up there and over there, but you maybe have just missed. I don't know. They do sometimes just appear from nowhere quite quickly.
Yeah, and I would say that is quite a memorable one. For me.
That was good.
It didn't actually we didn't actually fire a shot that time. But it was
quite good, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was just
that one
experience.
In your silver medal buck was a good one.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a confession voice note that's been sent in. So when we were at the game fair, we spoke to a lot of people about getting some confessions and funny stories. And we've had quite a few sent in, but keep sending them. We can never have enough.
It's just the voice notes
never have enough. Never have too many.
I have not heard this confession, but I know who sent it in.
This is from
the voice just melts me.
This is from our favourite Welshman. He is our favourite. I think it's just the accent.
We need like an Irishman, a Scotsman. Come on, guys.
Yeah, just with the accents, it makes it funny, doesn't it? Right, so here we go. I'm going to play this.
Okay, as promised, another story. Apologies probably for the language and my accent again. So, picture the scene. Crack of dawn, well, before the crack of dawn, in the winter, wildfowling again. Heading out over the marsh, me and one of the boys, walking parallel. Of course, it's just reeds and muddy ditches. Probably raining, for what I can remember. But we're heading out, pitch black. And it's all we can hear is widgeon, whistling, there's birds flying. It's a wild place to be. But because it's been a long drive, 1.5, say. Of course, you've got to have a cup of coffee to wake yourself up. But as we all know, coffee goes from the mouthhole to the arsehole in record-breaking time. So we've headed out, walking parallel out over the marsh, and I see my opportunity in this muddy pit just to have a little squat down and do a movement, shall we say. So off come my waders. I'm in the ditch. Off come my waders, and I'm tucked down in this ditch. My mate Tom, that is his real name, sees me stuck down, and he comes bounding over like an excited gazelle. Jumps in the ditch next to me, almost shoulder to shoulder, thinking that I'm hiding from widgeon flighting. Doesn't realise my waders are down. And there was more than one moon out that morning, shall we say. And I just went, "You okay, Tom?" And, well, he was mortified. He scrambled out of the ditch. Bless him. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Oh my God, I should imagine Tom was so embarrassed.
I know.
Imagine
literally
doing that and then being like, oh God, you're having a shit.
Oh, I do love his voice notes. He does some good ones.
That's class, that is.
Please send us more voice notes. And if you're worried about doing a voice note because you don't want people to recognise that it's you, I am quite good at a voice changer. But voice
we've got
notes
a couple of those coming up.
Come across quite better than us reading them out. So if I could do a voice changer, you could be a lady, you could be a man. I mean, I can't guarantee who you'll be when I voice change you, but it is just funnier with a voice note.
Thank you very much, guys, for listening this week. Don't forget, you can leave us a 5-star review. You can send us a message or an email. And don't forget to follow us on our socials. The email, barrelsandbanter@gmail.com. And we will be back in 2 weeks.